EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. 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 Here in the booth, Greg, think about it. Detroit 1934, Dallas 1966. That's where the seeds for this thing has been planted. 3 games during the day and night. Now, I love that we call it the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a player, a coach, a fan at home, or in our case, Mike, here in the booth broadcasting the game. NFL football and Thanksgiving, those two things go together. And man, how fortunate are we to have a front row seat for another special NFL tradition, John Madden Thanksgiving celebration. Let's go.
Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. And off we go from Ford Field. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Bears come out with their quarterback, Caleb Williams. All of Chicago hoping this is the man who can finally answer that long search for a franchise quarterback for the Bears. He won the Heisman. He's the #1 overall pick in this past year's draft.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. They get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today. They've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. A 19-yard pickup there. First down, Chicago.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
On first down, they give it right back to Swift. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Rookie Terrion Arnold there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the give, here's Swift. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. A couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch. And a nice return here as well. He is out of bounds near the 40.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Lions, led by Jared Goff, chanting his name during the playoffs in 2023 in Detroit. Far cry from the trade from the Rams to the Lions, 2nd in the league in passing a season ago.
You know, some weeks, Mike, it just seems like you just can't do anything wrong. Every play, every throw, it just seems like everything goes your way, and that was certainly the case last week, throwing for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tell you what, his receivers, they're coming into every game saying, we're going to get a lot of opportunities, and their quarterback can continue to play at that high of a level. There's a lot of production to go around.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. From the gun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So the message this coach is sending to his huddle is very clear. It's, hey guys, I got all the confidence in the world. We're going to be aggressive all day. We're not afraid to fail. We are going to try to score on every possession. And as a player, you can't help but love it.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
And nice work here. He's got the 1st down to about the 30-yard line.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll go play action here with Williams. That's to the number 9 overall pick, Rome Odunze. And he's in. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Next the score, Bears 7, Lions nothing.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. As we move deeper in the season, he continues to put up the big numbers week after week. And you see it manifest there, the NFL's leader in receptions to this point of the year. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. It was Kevin Byard that time to make the play. Third down, 3 to go. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down. Here's the Lions punt team now. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
They'll break the huddle Coming up now for 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
This is the connection that Bears fans have been dreaming about since these two guys were drafted in this previous spring's draft. I mean, they think they have one of the more formidable young quarterback wide receiver duos in the entire league. Williams, 1st overall pick. Odunze, number 9. The future looks bright in Chicago.
Swift gets it from the pistol. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Kirby Joseph there to make the play. 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Swift. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Kirby Joseph there to make the play. Now a 3rd and 2. A play fake. Now Williams. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Williams to throw on 2nd down. This one taken in by Odunze. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. That's complete. It's Odunze.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
They get 19 on that pass play. Good for a Bears 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. The ball's out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The return starts from the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Get started with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And this will be a Lions 1st down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker. Be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based
on the pressure, too much, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The Lions call their first timeout. On 2nd down, Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. This has been bizarre. From 2nd and a mile, a huge gain, but still short of a 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. He's going to have a Lions 1st down by a couple of yards. Give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So we are through one on this Thanksgiving Day. It's the Bears off to the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal. It's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff to throw. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
A second down throw for Goff. That is caught. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him, he
slams it in there, and he is in. Jameer Gibbs, touchdown Lions. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions are on the board. It's 10-7. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. Good one here in the NFC North, and still 2 more to come. On Thanksgiving Day, the Giants and Cowboys will follow us from Arlington. And later tonight, in the NFC North, the Packers are in action. They'll be taking on the Miami Dolphins in their Miami visit to Lambeau. 8:20 Eastern. And let's not forget, tomorrow, the second ever Black Friday game. Is that a good omen? The silver and black. We have the Raiders taking on the Chiefs at Arrowhead, and the start time on that is 3 o'clock Eastern. Another run here, another run by Swift. And it'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Raymond going to return it, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Jameer Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again, and he continues to be a thorn in the side of defenses trying to stop him, currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. A run here with Gibbs. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing, Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He fumbled the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Off play action. Here's Williams. Quick throw here is complete.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On second down, it's a run with Swift. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. There goes Swift. First down and more. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for a Bears first down. Now Williams. That'll be caught right side by the rookie wideout. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They will run it over center with Swift. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down, a pickup of 9.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
The Bears are going to be set up with first and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A play fake, and they'll throw. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
Now from the 9, it'll be second and goal. On the bootleg, it's Williams. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up. Can they cash it in on third and goal? On third down, it's Williams from the gun. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bears add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Lions offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. And take a look at the early projections for the MVP award. Most people say his numbers now are good enough to at least be on the short list to take home the hardware. If you look at the stats, it's hard to disagree. Into space at the 45. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And There wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. 1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Goff. That one taken in by St. Brown. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Open man, left side, he's got it. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Lions 1st down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
1st and 10. They run with the former Bear, David Montgomery. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byard. And the Bears are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Bears offense and DeAndre Swift set to get going again. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line has had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this 1st half. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Now Swift. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
3rd and long. They'll run. It's Swift.
The defense is willing to just give up that run every single time. I mean, they're going to leave guys as far back as they can to protect the sticks. And in this case, flow to the ball, make an open field tackle, get off the field.
Here's Torrey Taylor now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Lions offense ready to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. Touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. Now he'll air one out. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
He'll go right back to Laporta. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the 1st half clock. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Gibbs. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down. Quite a call there. They go for it on 4th and inches, and it's a gain of 5.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. Jalen Johnson had the good coverage and is able to knock that one away.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the 1st half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. That's a gain of 18 yards. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Goff. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. Well, they have not been shy about looking his way in the 1st half. Already 7 catches, and we've yet to hit halftime. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Goff to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we are at halftime in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. A number of great games coming up this holiday weekend. Of course, we begin tomorrow, the second ever Black Friday game, the Raiders, Chiefs from Arrowhead. Even more good matchups to check out in the late afternoon window. A 4 o'clock start up in Baltimore, where it'll be the Ravens taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And lastly, on Sunday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Buffalo Bills. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check out where he ranked in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And the drive will stay alive. He's got the 1st down up to the 44.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see him, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
Goff to throw on 1st down. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. Here's 2nd and 2. Now, Goff. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A run up the middle. It's Gibbs. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Goff to throw. Catch is made. That is Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Not much happening there. Tackled at the 17. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing, Goff. There's that man again. Another catch. And he will get into the end zone. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Bates now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions make the lead 4. It is 17-13. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. He finds his tight end. That's Smythe.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Brian Branch in on the tackle. Here comes 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Lions offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They hand it to Gibbs. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the 3rd, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
Third and a yard. Now Gibbs. He's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. Anytime a running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The Bears send out their punt team as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. Here's 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Montez Sweat there on the tackle. Here's 3rd and 7. Now Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he is very close to the first down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
Here it is on 4th down. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
The Bears offense ready to get back at it. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Williams gonna look to throw it on 1st down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. The Bears sending out their punt team. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On first down, it's Goff. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Here's Gibbs. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Goff. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. The defense just has not been able to keep him under wraps. Now 10 catches in the game. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. Second down and 8. Goff to throw. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take it. The Bears offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Down the field, he's got Duvernay. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
2nd down and 3. On the bootleg, it's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. They'll bring him down right at the 35, but that is good enough. They pick up the first down. We're on to the 4th on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Another run here, another run by Swift. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And not a whole lot there, up to about the 25. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Throwing on second down. Goff. Pass completed is St. Brown. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Take a look at his receiving numbers. So he has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one. Here's 3rd and 2. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And a good run there to get him 5 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Now a 3rd and 2. Throwing here is Goff. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left. and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
That's right side and brought in by Williams. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up. To throw is Goff. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Duvernay with the grab. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the give, here's Swift. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Now, fair catch, and he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now, Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on 3rd down at these shorter down and distances, but in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Here's Goff. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Terrific day numbers now show it over 300 yards passing in this one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. A run here with Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
Goff to throw on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Here's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense. And it's almost becoming a point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
DeAndre Swift, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down. They'll drop to throw. That's caught left side by Odunze. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. On second down, it's Williams. Quick throw here is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it looked like one of the Bears was able to get in there. He did, so the ball stays with Chicago. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. That one incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Now Williams. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Komet. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. Clock stops, 46 seconds to go. On first and 10, it's Williams. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's caught. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Throw it again. It's Williams. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand. Let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Gibbs. He'll take this down to the 43. A short pickup there. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win here for the Lions. And they will get a little extra time to enjoy it on this holiday weekend as they get the job done here on Thanksgiving. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.